Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I wanted to go ahead and talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Girl, listen, I'm thinking about growing my beard back just a few weeks. I kind of want my beard action. So girl, we gon' girl, y'all know I hate this gray, girl. um, Look, girl, that's why they got just for men. That's why they have hair dye. So yeah, we're gonna go through it for about a week, and then we can finally probably get to a length where I can go ahead and take care of my business. But yeah, I kind of miss my beard a little bit. Anyways, all right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into the review. So okay, y'all. Let Can I say something? So I didn't appreciate how they just kind of skimmed over them letting us know that Brooklyn's first time meeting her grandfather was at Thanksgiving dinner. I felt like that should have been at least a 5-minute conversation. I'm talking about as far as like them, reducing it down for the viewers. I feel like they should have gave us at least a 5-minute scene of Kenya letting us know why Brooklyn is 4 years old, and this is the grandfather's first time meeting Brooklyn. Because if you looked on the screen, it said Brooklyn's first time meeting her grandpa. And then her father walked up and gave Brooklyn a hug. I need to know what's going on. Kenya said that after Brooklyn was born, Brooklyn wasn't even seeing her own father, let alone my father. We know Mark ain't about nothing. We know Brooklyn, Mark and Kenya have been divorcing longer than they have been together. And Brooklyn's first time almost spending the night at her father's home, even though he lives full time in New York, was last year. And he couldn't even do that. Girl. But I just want to know, like, why is this the first time the grandfather is meeting Brooklyn? I want to know. I think that's weird. I think that's weird because I hear Kenya talk about her father. We've seen the father more than a few times on the show. So I need to know. Because again, if you looked at the screen, because my sister didn't see it. But I was like, and I rewound it so she could see it. I was like, no, girl, look. It says it on the screen, grandfather, Brooklyn's first time meeting her grandpa. And Brooklyn had to be every bit of what, 3 or 4 last year, Thanksgiving. I don't know when her birthday is, so I'm gonna say 3 or 4. So this is your first time meeting your granddaughter in 3 or 4 years. I need to know what the tea is. I need to know what the tea is. I need to know. All right, y'all. Um, Ralph and Drew are hosting a brunch for the group. The food did look amazing. I'm not gonna lie. So the men basically cooked with the assistance from a professional chef. Um, Girl, I ain't gonna lie. I thought when Candy and Todd walked up, Candy and Todd had on matching Nikes. Girl, low key matching outfits. Candy and Todd looked like that aunt and auntie. I mean that aunt and that uncle who old and they dress alike. So, I'm sure some of y'all dress like y'all husbands. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The ones who show up, they go to the mall and they have on matching jumpsuits. They be dressed alike from head to toe. I kind of think that's, I ain't gonna lie. I kind of think that's cute in a little way. I'm not even gonna sit here and be BS, y'all. I kind of think it's cute a little bit. Tad cute, but cute. Um, but yeah, that's what they kind of reminded me of when they was at the doorbell. Um, I didn't understand why they looked a mess. I'm gonna tell you why I felt like they looked a mess. They looked a mess. Manyetta's husband looked a mess. Everybody else, pretty much. I thought Ross looked nice. I think Ross had on a little nasty Alexander McQueen shirt. I thought everybody looked nice. Everybody I thought dressed appropriately for the brunch. So, and then you got Candy and Todd walking in with high top tennis shoes on and hoodies. Girl, Kenya looked nice. Marlo looked nice. Scott Lee, girl, he could have. I mean, he didn't look bad. I mean, he didn't look as bad as Kenya tried to make it seem. He just had on like a bomber jacket and some chains. Now the chains he could have left, but girl, they love y'all love a chain. Um, but I thought everybody looked nice. Who else? Yeah, I thought everybody looked nice. And then here come my youngest husband with a hoodie and a fitted on, and Todd and Candy with hoodies and and Nikes on. I was like, okay, girl. Maybe I'm just picking. Sometimes I start picking. Um, Kenya lets it be known that she's dating a new guy. Sheree says basically, where's this new guy? Ain't nobody seen him though. Girl, can I say something? Sheree, we seen Martell one episode, the first and second episode, I believe. But nonetheless, it was one night, basically, that they broke down into two episodes. We ain't seen Martell since the beginning of the season. Have we? Because I don't watch every episode. And sometimes I'll be forgetting stuff. Have we seen Martell since the beginning of the season? If we have, let me know, and I'll shut up. Um, I don't know what's going on with Scott Lee. Either Candy don't know what she's talking about, because Candy says that he's a head chef. She knows Scott Lee, which is Marlo's date. She knows Scott Lee, which is, she says, a head chef at the Continent. But Scott Lee said he owned a restaurant. It's hard for me to believe that you own a restaurant, but you also the head chef. I don't know. Maybe he's the head chef of his own restaurant. Maybe he is. Maybe he's the head chef at the restaurant that he owns. I don't know. Roy calls and Kenya says, "Hey, say hey, say hey." And Marlo lets it be known that she went out on a date with Roy. Girl, I wasn't mad at Marlo. I feel like if you're gonna be petty, I feel like if this is the type of petty that I want from Marlo, right? Sometimes Marlo, oh girl, there go that girl. This boy, when I tell y'all every time, remember the one that I said had a stinking walk the other day? This is him again. I done seen this man about 3 or 4 times. We come down here all the time at the same time. The black guy, he fine. He got a son. I know all this man business because they was walking the other day and the boy looked. I mean, I don't know if it could be his nephew. It could be a little cousin, but the boy looked just like him, just like him. And so I just kind of assumed that was his son, but we really don't know what the relationship is. But girl, he kind of fine though. Girl, he about to walk by again. Girl, he gonna walk by. Girl, he coming. Watch. Here you go. Look, ain't he fine? I told y'all. One thing I can do is spot him. Girl, I'm gonna spot him. Yes. Anyways, okay, y'all. Let's hurry up. Roy, this is the kind of petty that I want. This is the kind of petty, baby. I don't have no money. Oh my god. This is the kind of petty that I like, right? Marlo letting it be known that girl, the man that Kenya went on a date with, I went out on a date with, right? Marlo has a tendency of going real, 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 real low, and then turn around and call you her friend. um, but Marlo said they never dated; they just went out on a date. I think he took her to one of his businesses, so girl, it ain't like he came out of pocket, you know. And it was just basically a lunch date. They had a salad and a smoothie, basically. Girl. And she said he was corny. Um, and that's what it was. He kind of sexy to me a little bit. Hmm. Anyways, she starts to go to her DMs, I guess to kind of prove that he was in her DMs. But it was like 2018, so it was like a long, 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 long time ago. I thought it was a little weird that Marlo was sitting there at the table, basically talking about another man that she's dated or went on a date with, while the man that she's currently on a date with is a girl like 15 feet behind her in the kitchen cooking. I thought that was a little like, okay, I mean, okay, girl. Um, Sheree brings up whether or not Drew is going to pay the chef that is in the kitchen helping with the dinner, with the brunch. The chef gonna get paid. So, long story short, Drew has a lawsuit. Well, Drew is getting sued. She says that I guess it was basically like a test to see if the girl could really cook. So, some woman came over to Drew's home, I guess to cook, I guess to kind of show the family her food. And Drew decided not to go with the woman, and so the woman is suing Drew for $1,000. Listen, I, I I've never been sued, girl, and I hope I never do because I ain't got no money. Girl, I ain't got no money, so don't even come up. I ain't got no money. Um, and we just gonna be wasting each other's time. Okay. Um, But I do understand how in some situations how somebody could just pay, like, girl, let me just pay this money because basically what I'm trying to say is, girl, if you just don't pay that girl $1,000, you know, from what I understand, some lawyers make a cute coin. And I feel like Drew would be coming out of pocket more paying a lawyer than she would just by just giving that girl a little $1,000. I get that sometimes it's the principle, and I don't owe this girl no money. This heifer is lying. But girl, I'm also not about to come out of pocket thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and maybe tens of thousands of dollars just over $1,000 fee bill. Girl, I'm not doing it. Why I would be pissed off that I have to pay $1,000 over some stuff that I know this heifer was lying about, girl, 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 the niggas is out. What's going on? Girl, let me get off this video and walk around. Where's everybody going? Hello? Um, but yeah, I think I would just pay $1,000 and just, girl, probably like probably talk about the heifer on social media. I don't know, child. Um, And then they're basically talking about laying stuff out on the table, getting prepared for the upcoming trip. They're going to Portugal. And then Sheree makes a comment about probably needing Courtney for crisis management. And then Kenya says, I don't know about that, basically, because the way her and Candy kind of went at it, she wasn't too good at basically fixing that. Now, if we gonna be fair, some of the people act like I'm not fair, but I feel like I'm fair. If we gonna be fair, Kenya just came for Courtney's job. Now, if Courtney turned around and came for Kenya more hair care, y'all would have a fit. The same way we felt like Marlo was out of line for coming for Candy's business. I felt like Marlo was out of line coming for Candy's business because Marlo swore up and now she your friend. Well, I guess in a way, Kenya, okay. I guess in a way, Kenya don't look at Courtney like a friend, so that's probably why she said what she said, girl. But nonetheless, girl, if we're gonna have a rule about coming for people's businesses or business, then girl, the rule should just stand, right? But I also understand that, girl, at this point, I don't think Kenya too much cares for Courtney. Um, but if Courtney kind of returned the favor and started talking about Kenya more hair care, girl, look, girl, that thing is fine. Girl, he is fine. He got an old stinking walk. I love a stinking walk. Girl, shout out to shout out to Erica De Niro TV. She tagged me in a this one girl walking on Instagram. She was a black girl. She had a steak and walk. Girl, she knows. Girl, I love a steak and walk. Ooh, I love a steak and walk. Some of y'all think steak and like bad. No, like a steak. I can't explain it. Erica knew what I was talking about. Some of the other girls and boys know what I'm talking about. A steak and walk is a good walk, but it's just a steak and walk. I can't explain it. I can't explain it. Anyway, Sha. Um, but yeah, but it is what it is. Kenya comes for Courtney. Courtney is touching on, Courtney is very kind of animated. She has a very sometimes annoying voice. She's touching on Kenya, and Kenya said, see, Kenya kind of stumbled over her words. Um, she said something about her not needing a crisis management because she is a crisis. I think she meant to say, I am the crisis management or something like that. But I guess she kind of stumbled over her words, and then Courtney was basically like, girl, that's why you kind of low key need one. And she was like touching on Kenya, and Kenya was like, "Don't touch on me." Because I think at that point, Courtney kind of got one up on Kenya because again, Kenya, I feel like Kenya stumbled over her words. Um, and so she was like, "Don't touch me." you know, you know, like how we, when listen. You know how when somebody just got the best of you, girl, and you really can't do nothing but sit there and be mad about it, right? So the only thing you can really say is, "Girl, don't touch me," because she just kind of low key got you. Um, Kenya had not Kenya. Candy has food poisoning. Um, she pretty much has the bubble guts like the entire way to Portugal. She said it was a mess. That's the worst it's ever been. I don't know what she ate, where she ate from. I think it is always important. Anytime, girl, and y'all, girl, and I'm just going to Miami or DC. Girl, anytime I know I'm flying out the next day, I try and stick to food that I know. And you can stick to food and still get food poisoning. But I try to stick to just places I know. If I know I'm going out the night, if I know that I'm going to fly the next day, I know I'm not going to Taco Bell. No, I love me some Taco Bell, but I know I can't go to Taco Bell. Girl, I really can't fool with Chipotle because Chipotle be up and down sometimes. Girl, I might need to just go get me a couple of pieces of baked chicken and sit down somewhere, right? Um, but anyways, the hotel is nice. The hotel is really, really nice. I'm just happy they are not fighting over rooms. We're not fighting over rooms. Girl, what's my room key? I mean, what's my room number? Where's my key? Girl, just give me my room so I can go. I'm not fighting over no room. I'm not playing no games over no room. Let me get my room. I can go. We too old for this. So I'm happy they were not fighting over rooms or having to play games over rooms or no bullshit like that. Drew lets the girls know that Ralph is in Vegas to audition for Magic Mike. Ralph body looked better than mine. I wouldn't feel comfortable taking my shirt off in front of a crowd of people. Um, Ralph doesn't have a horrible body at all. But I wouldn't think that, girl, I would see him on stage. Cause when I be thinking about them niggas up there be having like, girl, they like eat baked chicken and like salads and like protein shakes, and girl, they got 6 packs up to their throats, and girl, down to their ankles. Right? But it is what it is. I didn't really think it was weird because I remember watching Real Housewives of Orange County, and one of the girls, Emily, she did a performance in Vegas for her husband on stage, and his parents were in the audience. I think Emily had on the thong too. Um, so I didn't think it was weird. I thought it was weird as far as like, girl, why they Ralph? I mean, Ralph ain't. I mean, girl, Ralph got a now. Ralph, y'all know who got an ugly ass walk? Ralph. Did y'all see when Candy and Todd made it over and he was walking to the door? You got to go back and watch it. Go back and watch when Candy and Todd arrived at their home and they showed Ralph walking from the back. I said, "Oh, he got an ugly walk. He walk like he think he fine, but he walk like he just sharded on himself." For the girls who don't know what sharded is, girl, that's shit and fart. That's when you fart and you shit on yourself. A little shit come out. Girl, remember we got that from Bridemaids. Girl, the S is not silent, honey. Shout out to Claudia. I think that was on the movie Bridesmaids. Remember? What didn't that come from Bridesmaids? Sharded? I think that's where it came from. Anyways, that's how he walked, like he just sharded on himself. And I don't like it. But yeah, he auditioned for the Black Magic Mike in Vegas. It is what it is, girl. You know, I don't know if they like take their clothes off down to a thong or if they just have on like boxer briefs. I don't know. But nonetheless, he's up there, girl. He ain't got nothing else to do. Drew feels a way about Sheree bringing up the lawsuit. In Sheree's head, this is the thing. In Sheree's head, Sheree is just trying to get back at Drew from last year with the whole Anthony, what's his name, Anthony, and the whole she don't pay her stuff, even though, girl, we know Sheree don't pay. But Sheree's trying to get back at her for that. That's why Sheree is bringing up the lawsuit that alleges Drew don't pay people. That's I'm not to defend Sheree, but I mean that's why Sheree's bringing it up. You know, I think Drew's whole thing is like, girl, you bringing up some like laws, like some court shit. But it is what it is, girl. Drew started crying. I didn't understand why Drew was crying. I didn't. Um, Roy, they tried to make a comparison about Roy being in Kenya's DMs. What time is it? Okay. They tried to make a compare. I gotta hurry up. They tried to make a comparison about Roy being in Kenya's DMs, and comparing it to, um, I mean, I'm sorry. They tried to make a comparison of Roy being in Marlo's DMs, to, like, um, Martell being in Kenya's. I think it's a difference. I think it's a difference for the simple fact that, girl, Roy was in Marlo's DMs in 2018. I don't think anybody thinks, and he could because we don't know Roy from a can of paint. I don't think anyone thinks that Roy is trying to weasel his way onto the show for fame. Again, he could because we don't know shit about no goddamn Roy. I think we've come to the consensus as a group, girl, that Martell, who we know ain't about shit, right? Um, was trying to find his way onto Real Housewives of Atlanta by hook or by crook, and whoever he was gonna get to latch on to the bait, that's who was gonna grab it. Kenya didn't grab it. Sheree did. We know, girl, you strong as hell. Did y'all see that nigga carrying two big ass cases of water? This is why I need to go work out. Cause ain't no goddamn way I'm walking down the street with two big ass cases of goddamn water. I ain't no way. I'm so out of shape, y'all. It's ridiculous. I tried to pull out the other day. We was at the playground and I was trying to pull myself up. You know, like when you climb up the bar. Girl, I couldn't even. Girl, all I could do was just stand now. I said, girl, this don't make no sense. Girl, you were so out of shape. You were too big of a nigga not to pull yourself up on the bar. So I just said, girl, I gotta get it together for real, for real. But shout out to him, girl. Girl, he walking down the street carrying water. Girl, I would have went to the store, got me a couple of bottles of water, and called it a day. Sure would have. He walking. He fine too. Anyways, but yeah, I think it's a difference. I think that girl Roy versus versus Martell, who we know Martell has his ways. We know Martell from Love and Marriage Huntsville. We know Martell ain't up to no. We know Martell ain't up to no good. We know Martell is a user. We know Martell is an abuser, and we know Martell's mo of trying to get on the show, which was just to try to get on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Um, they go to the restaurant. I gotta hurry up. They go to the restaurant. Girl, they order. Kenya wants to order shots for the entire group. I knew. I said that man is about to mess up those drinks, honey. He brought. Girl, I don't know what that was in that cup. Girl, we just wanted shots. Girl, I don't know what you got. I don't know what. I don't know what you got, girl. Whatever drink that this is, girl, we wanted tequila. Girl, they should have just asked for a bottle. Girl, can you just bring the bottle, baby? Just bring the bottle, the whole bottle. We got it. Okay. Um. So Courtney, I thought I was like, okay, Miss Courtney, this is what I'm talking about, girl. Let's get the party started. Courtney says, I think they started kind of wanting to talk about everybody's issues. So Courtney says, so Kenya, I didn't know we had a problem until the other day. I said, I know that's right. Come on, let's get it. Let's go, 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 go. Right. I just want if we gonna have some drama, let it be organic. Shout out to Nene Leaks, right? And I feel like this is organic drama because Kenya really don't care for Courtney. Courtney now knows that Kenya really don't too much care for her. Care for her. So, girl, let's just address it, girl. What's the tea, right? And Kenya says that basically she was condescending the other day. Um, and they showed a clip of Kenya and Sheree talking, and Kenya said that she feels as though Courtney doesn't want to really get to know her. Now, in Courtney's defense, the truth of the matter is, Kenya girl, we ain't gonna play this game. You ain't really look like from what I've seen on my TV screen. You ain't really look like you was really willing to give Courtney a chance. I think once you saw Courtney coming for your home girl, which was Candy, I think y'all kind of shut that shit down if we're gonna be fair. That's why I'm gonna go ahead and say something. That's why I really don't get. I see a lot of people who hate Sonya, which is fine, girl. We like who we like, we hate who we hate, girl. Um, y'all really be turning Sonya ass up. But the truth of the matter is, girl, they all picking sides, they all picking teams. It's just that Sonya, for whatever reason, has chosen to be on Marlo and Sheree's team. But they all picking sides. Kenya don't fool with Courtney. Kenya ain't been fooling with Courtney. So the reason why Courtney probably doesn't want to open up to you is because he probably senses that you don't fool with her. Girl, you go back and watch the episode after Candace's performance on the show. That episode where Drew got on stage and sung I'm gonna me, 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 I'm gonna me. Girl. And then she bowed and got off the girl. She sung for about 27 seconds. Go back and watch the episode, girl. When I tell you Kenya was looking at Courtney in disgust. Mm. So that's probably the reason why Courtney really tried to open up to you because girl, she probably know you don't too much care for. Anyways, Drew addresses Sheree and Sheree, I don't know. I always get confused about people and their businesses. Like Sheree let me just use Sheree for example, since that's what we're talking about. Um Sheree, this is your business. Okay. Oh, please turn this. Oh, great, this thing is fine. He walking two big ass out. Well, one of them small, one of them big. Um, but he fine. Girl, I be wanting to know if these niggas be gay or straight. Do they be on Jack the Grinder? Because I don't never see these niggas nowhere on Jack the Grinder unless they ain't got their pictures up. They might be straight. Or they might be gay and just not be on Jack the Grinder. Damn, Rodney. Just because you gay don't mean you got to be on Jack the Grinder. Or Scrub for A. Or they could be in a relationship. Or they could just not want to be on the fucking apps. Anyway, sure. Or they could, or they could be straight. Or they could just not be on the fucking apps. I don't understand. I don't understand stuff like that. Like Sheree. Sheree, you have a business. She by Sheree. I think the goal was to go out, give the girls the product, have the girls go home. So more than likely they could take pictures in your stuff, post it on their Instagram page if they want to support you. You go to the reunion, take the stuff back. You swore up and down, girl, that's not true. But everybody is saying, girl, y'all took our shit back. Marlo got some stuff. Kenya didn't get it. Kenya, they took Kenya's stuff back or whatever they had handed her. She tried to make it seem that basically everybody was lying on her. Sheree, everybody's not lying on you. And why don't you know what's going on with your team? You see what I'm saying? Like, girl, that's your team. So why don't you know, okay, when we get to the reunion, I want you to make sure you give the girls a sweater, a t-shirt, a hat, some sweats, right? And make sure you have Andy a sweater, a hat, a t-shirt. This is what we're going to give to them. And then hopefully they'll wear the shirt on their Instagram page. Sheree, like, I don't know. That's a lot. You're like, Sheree, how you don't? I don't understand how people don't know what's going on with their business. And then Sheree starts to go backwards. I'm not going to lie. I kind of understood where Drew was coming from. Like, girl, you trying to bring up what I said about you taking the stuff back or us not getting the stuff when we already talked about it. So if we talked about it and we squashed it, why are we still going back to that? That's what Drew was saying. And I got what Drew was saying. But that's why, like, y'all, people talk about stuff and y'all really don't be over issues and y'all just say I'm over it just for the sake of saying I'm over it. And then you bring it up again 2 weeks later. Girl, we just talked about this 2 weeks ago. Why are you bringing this up again? Girl! That's what Drew was saying. Then Drew started crying. I still don't understand why Drew was crying, though. Drew started crying. She get up and she leave the restaurant. Girl, when Kenya said that they're more like sisters, and Marlo said, girl, they're more like Britney Spears and Jamie Lynn, not Venus and Serena. When Marlo said that, I hollered. Girl. Anyways, girl, that was pretty much it, child. I gotta go. I'll talk to y'all later. All right, let me drive around, see what these niggas is heading to. Girl, I gotta go home, y'all. I'm about to stop and get me a little Subway sandwich. I'm gonna go home, and then I'm gonna review Real Housewives. Girl, I'm gonna review Real Housewives of New York, and then, girl, I'll be back to do that. All right, bye, y'all.